Alright, so in this video we will go over the rules of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing scientific notation. We'll start off with adding. To add scientific notation, we have to make sure that the exponents are equal. In our case, we have an exponent of 10 to the third and 10 to the fifth. Therefore, one of the numbers has to be adjusted to make sure that the exponents are the same. We will adjust 10 to the third, and we will make 7.5.0075 times 10 to the fifth. Make sure that decimal point was written. Good. And that's added to 5.25 times 10 to the fifth. Now that both exponents are the same, this becomes a simple addition problem. 5.25 plus 0.0075 equals 5.2575 times 10 to the fifth. Now this can't be our final answer, because we know that the final answer has to take into account the least precise place value of the two numbers that we added. In our case, the 0.5 to the 10th position is the least precise number. Therefore, the final answer has to be written to only the 10th position. So in our case, 5.3, since it got rounded because of the 5 after the 2, times 10 to the fifth is our final answer. Addition and subtraction share the same rules with scientific notation. They both have to have the same exponents, and then you can do the computation as a basic addition problem or a basic subtraction problem. Final answer has to always be rounded to the least precise place value of the original numbers. Alright, so now we will go over how to multiply and divide scientific notation. Unlike addition and subtraction with scientific notation, the exponents with multiplication and division do not need to be the same. We'll start with multiplication. With multiplication, the exponents, which are -3 and -8 in our problem, will need to be added. So we can look at that as times 10 to the -3rd plus the -8. Our 5.5 and our 1.1 can be multiplied the same way as a regular multiplication problem. So if we have 5.5 multiplied by 1.1, this will come out to be 605. Decimal place there. So we can write the answer as 6.05 times 10 to the -3rd plus -8. But like addition and subtraction, we cannot leave this as our final answer. We have to look at our original numbers. In this case, 1.1 and 5.5 both have two significant figures. Unlike addition and subtraction, where they focus on least precise place value, multiplication and division deal with significant figures. So if we write 2 sig figs here and 2 sig figs here, the final answer has to have two significant figures. Therefore, the final answer must be 6.1 times 10 to the -11. There's your final answer. Okay, so now we'll move on to dividing scientific notation. Like in multiplying scientific notations, we start with first looking at how many significant figures we have in both numbers. We can see that the 1.1 times 10 to the -3rd has 2 sig figs, as the bottom number 5.5 times 10 to the -8 has also 2 sig figs. Since both numbers have two significant figures, the final answer has to be in two significant figures. We start this problem like we did with the multiplication, where we start with times 10 to the negative 3. In this case, we minus a negative 8. Because of that, it becomes plus plus, and we leave that to the end. We then work with the 1.1 divided by the 5.5. In normal division, that comes out to be 0.2. When we put it together, we see it's 0.2 times 10 to the 5th power. 0.2 times 10 to the 5th power. Since scientific notation cannot be left as 0.2, we have to move the decimal position one place to the right, making our final answer 2.0 times 10 to the 4th power.